Hey guys, Lemur here, back with another video. Today we're going to be using a different microphone, so let me know in the comments below if it sounds a little bit better or worse or whatever you think about it. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm Lemur. I'm a Challenger Ahri player, currently at 863 LP as of the time recording this. And today we're going to be taking a look at my last ranked game where I played against Cat Evolved playing his Katarina. So he's obviously a very, very, very good Katarina, and Katarina's a matchup that I struggled a lot in the past, so we're going to be taking a look at how I handled this matchup, how I ended up coming out on top, spoiler, in this game. One of the things that I want to point out this game is I have an AP jungler, and I'm AP as well. And so getting a Void Staff early on in this game is super important because they're going to be building some magic resist. So that's always something that you need to keep in mind is whenever you're planning out your build is what items are you going to build and what kind of order are you looking for. Additionally, something that we can take a look at is the enemy team had a lot of runes that are important for you to know as Ahri. For instance, Katarina has maybe Legend Tenacity, maybe has Unflinching, maybe this guy has Legend Tenacity, maybe this guy has Legend Tenacity, maybe Unflinching. These are all things that you need to know because if you are going Everfrost or if you are maxing E second, it is good to know, what how do I actually view the runes? Is this one? This guy plays a lot of games. This one. So it's important to be able to you can live view during the game as you can see what runes they're running. And so yeah, it looks like Legend Tenacity and Unflinching. And I bet you I can guarantee that the Lee Sin is probably running the same thing. Alright. And so this means that our charm is only going to last like 0.7 seconds or something at max rank or something really low. Alright. So you always need to keep that in mind if you land an Everfrost or if you land a charm that you don't have as much time as you normally would. Alright. Even Leona could be running Unflinching as well. So, and then we have to keep in mind is if they build Merc Treads as well because they're against double AP mid and jungle. You know, these are all things that I'm considering right now while I'm walking the lane. All right. We'll skip forward a bit. One thing that I want to point out is against Katarina, it's generally not a good idea. Here, let me phrase this differently. How does Katarina win the lane? Katarina doesn't really solo kill you. She just looks for roam opportunities whenever you have bad recall timings, whenever she goes for an all-in, gets you low. Whenever all these different things happen, she's looking to roam on the enemy jungle, on the enemy bot lane, on the enemy top lane. She can get solo kills, especially when she's running Ignite. However, that's especially in Challenger, that's like not the main way that she's actually going to win, right? She's going to win when she gets opportunities to roam. And so our goal should actually be to stop her from roaming, and we'll end up actually being able to outscale her in the mid game because we can actually look for picks, whereas she has to kind of wait to go in or look for like opportunities to go in, whereas we're a bit more freeform in how we can actually go in. All right. That's kind of how I approach the way on how I want to deal with Katarina. Obviously, if I can see a solo kill opportunity or something, comes up where I can get a big advantage on her, I'm gonna take it. But my ultimate goal is to stop her from killing my bot lane, killing my top lane, killing my jungle, or killing me. If she doesn't get any kills, she's a very useless champion. So. And that's how a lot of champions like Kiana, like Fizz, all these assassins, that's kind of how they function is they kind of need to get ahead, get their armor pin, their flat armor pin, and then they can blow people up. And then one thing that we need to consider is since we're playing against Katarina this season, oftentimes they go teleport and ignite, alright? So this isn't anything crazy, like this is what we see on a lot of Katarinas, so it should be good for you guys to learn from this. That just means that she does not have flash. So, and if you guys have never played Katarina, if you use your E on a dagger at level 1 or level 2 or whatever, your E is still on cooldown for like a few seconds, maybe 3 or 4 seconds, and so that's something that we can abuse if he ever goes in. Here we're just posturing aggressively. We haven't taken a spell yet. Even though we could go for an auto W auto there, it's not necessarily worth it because we're going to be taking all the caster aggro. So we get one auto there. We stay out of the minion wave. The key part is we are not going to get hit by his Q when he goes to throw it here. We could go for auto W auto here. Some Ahris might take Q here, but you would end up hitting the caster minions as well, which is what we don't want to do, right? So while I'm not getting any poke off, I'm able to pressure him off the first two, or I'm able to pressure him off 2 CS, so it's 3-1 right now. So all just the small wins are very impactful. If, say, for instance, I hear a lot of sometimes feedback of like other Ahri players are like, the Katarinas and, you know, Irelis and Lee Sins I play against don't play like this challenger Katarina player, you know, they push or whatever, like they try to poke me with their Q, they play more aggressively, whereas this Katarina's playing more defensively. It's because he knows if he plays aggressively, I'm going to poke him down, I'm going to win the trade, and if he pushes, I'm going to freeze it in front of my tower and set up for ganks, alright, and he's not going to be able to farm, alright. So that's the thing that you have to understand is, if this guy pushes, then I am keeping the wave here, and while he does have a roam timer, he can't push out this wave completely, and it's going to be stuck in front of his towers. He's going to miss even more CS, right? And it's not like he has good opportunities to roam at level 2, right? So that's kind of the counterpoint is like, if you're in lower elo and a Katarina does that, you need to be prepared for it, right? But in higher elo, you can almost always expect a Katarina to be playing like this. But in lower elo, there's a little bit more variance on how they're going to play. So here I decided to almost go for an auto, but I decided to cancel it because I don't think it's going to end up being worth it. And I already have like a really good slow push, so there's no really need for me to go for it. Additionally, my poke doesn't really matter a ton because he has 3 health pots, and so I'm not going to be able to go through his 3 health pots very efficiently with my mana costs. So I determined just keeping my minion wave advantage is pretty much like what I'm looking for. Here, I don't know how 2 hit and 2 don't, or 1 doesn't, but it's all good. Then obviously we're going to go for a little bit of a Q. It doesn't hit the entire minion wave, but this is wave 3. And so since this is wave 3, we actually are okay to push this in under tower. All right, and he just used his E without having a dagger. So if you guys don't play Katarina, I suggest if you ever lose against champions, you try to play them for a few games. Gives you a lot of insight on how to play against them. He doesn't have his E for, you know, like 12 seconds or something. It's pretty long because he didn't pick up a dagger. So that's something that we also need to keep in mind. We're about to hit level 3. We're at level 3 now. He hits level 3. He might E on this. Nope. I'm missing a bit of CS. He goes in on me. My W actually gets me out of range of his thing. And like we talked about before, he actually doesn't have his E available when I go for the flash charm. And that's something that we can know by playing the champion or looking up her cooldowns and stuff. But because Katarina's E at level 1 doesn't get reduced completely when you pick up a dagger, he still doesn't have his E here, and then I'm able to go for a flash charm. And it's pretty much a free flash charm because he doesn't have his E available, right? Yep. Alright, and we end up getting the kill, then we're going to push this out. Right, so some things that we need to take a look at is how did this happen, right? So the first thing, obviously, he misplayed, right? I don't think that's like a hot topic or anything. He misplayed, but also what we're doing here is we're able to poke him out because he has to go for CS in inopportune times. Here I should have auto W autoed him. However, I didn't think he'd actually go for that farm. So I'm even making a few mistakes here and there, right? So something to keep in mind is like we have a minion advantage, so it's harder for him to all in. That's the big takeaway is whenever you're against these assassins, it's really hard for them to all in if they're poked out, so they're losing, you know, a decent amount of their HP, and then 2 is if you have a minion wave advantage and they're going into your minion wave, right? Right. Here he gets his dagger. I W out of his dagger, and I actually get out of range completely. Whether that hit or not doesn't really matter. In fact, it might have been incorrect for me to even run away. Like maybe I could have just sat on top of him and killed him. It made landing Q a lot easier. But yeah. So whenever you get a kill, you always have to think about what... and then one thing to keep in mind is like when that happens, I'm always using my corrupting pot to do a little bit extra damage. And, you know, that little bit of extra damage may have got me the kill here. You know, because one tick of Ignite at level 3, I'm not sure how much it does, but it could have. So then we had to be thinking about what happened on the rest of the map. If you weren't paying attention at the level 1, bot lane did leash. Their bot lane leashed and our bot lane leashed, alright? And so what that means, the enemy Viego is probably going to be pathing this way, alright? He's going to be pathing up here, and then he's going to be looking for a play here. So either on me, on Scuttle Crab, or on the top lane, alright? And so it doesn't really look like a play top lane is viable unless he's going for a counter gank. So Viego could be in this bush up here if he like knew Echo's exact path, but Echo looks like he did a little bit of a speed clear, so at least I might not expect him to be up there that fast. All right. So something that we have to keep in mind is Katarina has TP. I have no subs, so I'm a little bit worried if Viego's over here. If she TP's on here, I actually have to back up. Because I don't know where Viego is. All right, if Viego's here and she TP's on me, Viego flashes on me, I'm actually dead. So it's kind of incorrect for him not to TP on the wave, and you'll see him TP onto the tower here. But I mean, he also doesn't know that I don't know where Viego is completely. He TP's to the tower. Also, my minion wave was like dead already, or his minion wave was dead already. And so I see Lee Sin running down, and when Lee Sin runs down like this, normally I'd be like, okay, this guy's dead. However, since he's running down, he's obviously running to his jungler, okay? Like, there's no reason he'd run this way if he was running to his jungler, and so I decided to continue the roam. You have to kind of think about things like one step ahead. And so while I am on a bit of a timer, because Katarina TP back, remember our goal is to not let Katarina get a roam timer, right? So that's kind of like our lose con is letting Katarina roam. And so right now, Katarina's pushing out this next wave, and she's probably going to try to push out this next wave, or she's going to try to come to this roam. However, she's a little bit late, all right? So from our advantage here, we're actually able to stop Katarina from coming to this fight. However, one thing that we need to keep in mind is this opens up Katarina after she pushes this wave, because it's not a cannon wave, because we just saw the cannon wave mid, for her to actually roam to the bot side after this play. And so that's something I should be thinking about while I'm making this play, is I'm giving up a roam timing to Katarina to make this happen. So here, I almost land the charm, he flashes it, and then I start my recall immediately because I know I need to get back as soon as I possibly can. So against assassins lately, I've been doing the Doran's Ring tech that Power of Evil has been, or did in an LCS game, and I've liked it a fair amount. I think it's okay against assassins, but I wouldn't really do it into anyone else. Here, Katarina is obviously roaming. I should point out that she's going bot because we would see her if she went top. For instance, we would see her if she... I should have placed my ward right here so I could see if she went this way. But since we probably didn't see her, we could assume she's going bot. And here's when I look bot and I'm like, oh no, they're going to get dived. And so I have two options here, right? I can abandon my wave. First of all, I could have bought CDR boots and just ran, had faster movement speed to follow her roams. But I didn't because I wanted to... First of all, CDR boots aren't as good when your summoners aren't up because you don't get the reduced cooldown after you use them. But I could have used this opportunity to run straight bot lane, but it's a bit of a gamble, alright? And so what I mean by it's a bit of a gamble is I can stop her roam, alright? And maybe she goes in and we get a triple kill under tower. But also, maybe she runs down bot and then she turns around and then I just lost a whole wave under tower, right? And then it's slow pushing back to her, so I'll miss another like 3 or 4 minions, right? Additionally, is like I have to run back to my lane and she has more kill pressure on me because she has Ignite and my Echo's nowhere near me, alright? So like if she finds me in the jungle here, she kills me. So that's just like I might like live with like a few HP, but I will have to go B after that. So then it's like a loss. I lose another wave. So it's a very risky play to go for. If I was something like a Talia or something with like faster move speed and all this and more focused on like the early game roaming, I would consider it to be a more like viable play to go for. However, it was a play that I weighed in my mind, but I determined a bit too risky for me, right? Unfortunately, she shows up bot lane. And so here is an important decision that you have to understand is I'm making the decision that since I'm already mid, I'm going to commit to pushing mid, right? Because it's slow pushing into her, right? I already knew she was going to be down there. I should have pinged exactly her path. And that was a mistake by me because I should have known it. However, it's important that I don't, waver between my decisions. I just make one decision and stick with it, because if I just waste time walking halfway bot, then halfway back mid, then it's like our team gets no advantage or no trade whatsoever, right? So pretty much how this dive always should go is Leona dies and then they kill both of them. I don't really think there's a way around it. My team played it probably fine. I didn't watch the whole thing, but here I checked for a control ward. I should have just seen if Katarina had a control ward. But hitting the tower here isn't the top priority because it still has the plating. So that's why this roam was really, really unfortunate on how this happened, is because I'm not even able to get like a tower plate, I don't think. So additionally, as I had to be scared of Viego. And I cannot believe Leona got here in time and this guy TP'd behind me. Yeah. So that was ending up being my biggest mistake all game, I'd say. That series of plays is when I solo kill her mid, we have to understand is if we don't go B right away, she's getting a roam timer. And since I went to go help my team, which I think helping my team was probably the fine decision. I think they probably win it without me, but like you don't know that for sure. We ended up getting a kill for it. We ended up getting Viego's flash. But giving Katarina a roam timer, which is kind of her win condition, is something that I failed to analyze when deciding whether I should solo kill her here, which may have been incorrect to all in at that specific moment. If I would need to be afterwards, maybe I didn't need to be. Maybe I could have stayed on lane and just continued to, after I kill the Lee Sin up here, maybe I just run back mid, and then I can stop her from roaming, and then get a recall timing later because I'm still powerful within the lane. Maybe that's a play I can go for. But these are all things that I need to analyze in order to improve at the game. That's kind of the level of detail that you need to understand the game at a challenger level. Anyways, I didn't expect the Leona. I knew Leona might come mid. Something that I was thinking about is since I'm against my team is an Ezreal Rakan, I was thinking this at level 1 is my bot lane has like no pressure, so this Leona will be mid a lot, alright? And so I need to keep that in mind and how I'm playing, alright? One thing is I expected Leona to come mid, but I didn't think she was going to get there as fast as she did. But clearly that was a mistake by me, and I was just trying to compensate because I thought I could get the plate, and I could not. Here she's gonna kill my ward. I don't. So here she's actually pretty strong. She ended up getting a blasting one. Luckily for me, she ended up going to clear my ward, which would have been really good by her to do. But notice how I'm not instantly pushing the wave, alright? There's no really reason for us to. We want to keep Katarina in the mid lane, especially when we hit level 6, we have decent kill pressure over her. Here he's going to go back in, and we're just going to make sure we get this, and we can keep the wave in front of us so that she can't really do anything. Here I pick my team that I want to go in. This kind of helps Gangplank look at me because he might be looking for a Gangplank ult. We see Viego on the map now. I see if he has any buffs. Obviously his buffs aren't even respawned, so because I saw his HP, his full HP. People are on the right. I walk on her dagger on purpose, but unfortunately do a little bit of trolling. Okay. We kind of watched if I misplayed this. I definitely did it in a few ways. So the idea here is I have my echo coming and I want to set up for my echo, so I'm going to make it look juicy for the Katarina. So obviously go walk on the dagger. And there I just barely missed the charm, which was unfortunate. And so here she's a higher level now, so her E's a lot shorter of a cooldown. And she ended up picking up a dagger too. So it's like a 1 second cooldown or something. Anyways, I don't actually have my spells up. He stuns me, and then I get flash stunned by Leona. Unfortunately, he's already, like, the Viego is already positioned where I have to R. Because if I R towards this way, I'm running into Katarina, giving her a reset, which is really, really, really bad. If I R this way, it's probably fine, but I'll eventually die to Ziggs. So maybe I could have done that instead, actually. Yeah, maybe that is a better play. This gives my Gangplank more of an opportunity to get in. And then I died just before my charm, so maybe I could have played it a bit slower. Right. But overall, it was really good for my team, but it was really good for my team because Katarina couldn't get in because we already chunked her down. Right. Our Gangplank TP's back top after running down. So that was really nice room from our Gangplank as well. He was really heads up play from him. Something to keep in mind there is I did get 2 assists and I have Ultimate Hunter, and so that actually helps reduce my ulti cooldown by a good amount, which is pretty much how I can live this game is against Leona and Katarina. I need my ulti. You know, miss a few CS here and there, you know, smile. Just miss them all. Happens. Obviously it shouldn't happen. Right here I have to be worried about Leona. I don't know where she is, and Ziggs is going B. And he's like, one thing is what's happening is Ziggs is going B when his wave is bad. It's slow pushing back to Ezreal. And so you have to wonder, why does he not feel confident? It's probably because Leona is nowhere near him. Leona is probably here or here, like looking for something on mid, right? And so that's something that I need to be wary about because I don't have my ulti. Like, for instance, if she was to Hex Splash over this wall and Viego is over here, I'm just dead. So it would be nice to go get this plate. However, it is like pretty risky to do. And there she is. Places a ward, kills my ward. How it has to be. Now my support is coming. Excuse me. Had yawn. So one thing that Leona coming mid allows Katarina to do is it allows her to play more aggressively and push the wave without getting poked down. Right? And so because Leona came mid, it lets Katarina get a roam timer, which is a bit unfortunate because that's like what I want her not to happen. Right? And so if you're playing like a support champion or you're playing jungle or something, if you ever want your mid laner to roam, they're in a hard lane, you first go mid, you push out their wave, and then they can roam with you. And that's like how you could 4-man different lanes. Or if you want to do dragon or herald easier, you could push out mid first, and then I don't know what the fuck that was. A good thing that I like to do is take corrupting pot against most assassins because you'll be needing the sustain when they all in you like that. It wasn't really an all in, but like a pokey all in. But because we have corrupting pot, we're able to actually sustain. So I guess she was just going in because Leona was still there. Doing really bad at last hitting right now. Here we see Viego, he was mid. Now he's going top side. I don't know where Katarina is. So here I'm going to try to get a recall timing because I'm out of corrupting pot charges. Ideally, you know, I try to use my ulti and like make something happen before I go B. But like I don't really have that luxury right now. So I'm going to try to go B right now. I could get the honey for and stay, but a corrupting pot has so much of my power right now of being able to sustain through her damage that it's a bit scary. Just buying boots here is fine. Mayako's going for a wraparound gank on top lane. Katarina doesn't have TP. I should have timed it, but it should be up nearly in time now. It's probably about to be up. It's probably 10 minutes. But she gets the tower. And here I'm just trying to, I don't know like the actual sports term. I think there's like a basketball term, but like I'm just trying to like mark her or something. Like keep her in my vision because I don't want her roaming and I know that I can like be more useful by the time like mid game comes. As long as she's not giga fed. I mean she's already kinda giga fed. Um but like my team had just made a play top, so it's not like I could actually go for a play bot or anything because they're doing Dragon's Touch. Nice. So we end up getting the shutdown. That was just patient play by me and just Katarina getting impatient. Oh, I hate this. Looks like Ziggs TP or top lane, not sure. Looks like it was Lucid TP. It's good that I waited till the last second to flash because then we ended up getting his TP, whereas if I flashed a bit earlier, he probably wouldn't have TP'd. So just a small little note there. We can watch how we got the kill, and then we can watch how the fight afterwards went. So obviously he warded me out, so I'm in vision, he's in vision. I see I pan over to my bot lane real quick. I did it for a brief second. I see my Recon like is going to kill a ward and he might go for a roam. Ezra's going B, so it's perfect time for him to roam. Obviously I'm doing what I'm doing before as I'm not instantly pushing the wave. I want him to stay in the lane. Going for poke. He has no cooldowns. He didn't have his W available, so he's a lot weaker. He can't eat his dagger whenever he wants, but if I just start off with spells that I can't miss, such as my W, my R, and my Ignite, then it doesn't really matter. My auto attacks too. And then just, he's there. I think it's pretty simple setup on how that works. It's just, my support is here, I'm going for an all-in, and he made a mistake. Here's very unfortunate timing for my Echo to ult. He barely gets clipped by the Leona ult. Yeah, like I said before, we wait for his flash and we get the TP, so really good flash value by me, actually. Right. We got Viego flash and we got Lisa TP, so big up on that. Obviously they're gonna do our jungle, and that's just something that we have to live with. Here I have an option between, yeah, staying or going B. I decided to stay because I don't actually know why I decided to stay. Oh, I remember why I decided to stay. So I decided to stay because I wanted to... I know why I wanted to stay, but I don't think it's actually right. But why I wanted to stay is they're making it play top. Like they clearly showed that they were making it play top for a while. And so I was thinking maybe that we could go for a play bottom, but I don't really have my ulti and no one else is really down there yet. So it's a little bit risky. So maybe just going B there is fine. But generally if they're going for a play top, then we need to look for a play bottom. I think that's why I stayed for that wave. And this guy plays this really well. Yeah, getting a kill there is really good. You had a choice between Candle Gem and Blasting Wand. Katarina's not going for this roam. Obviously, we could see like maybe we could have gone for this play on Ziggs here, but maybe our team doesn't even need us to go for that play on Ziggs, and maybe we're not even that helpful without our ulti, right? So maybe we're more helpful, you know, going B now, and then we have our ulti up for if Katarina follows or something. So here, obviously, we're gonna go for this dragon. We know that Leona, yeah, should be there. Nice. Nice. We get all their shit. So there we get Leona Flash, and we get Katarina to go in on us. We end up not getting the dragon. I charm Diego. We're trying to go in on him. I don't have Ignite. He barely lives. I waste my Q a bit early. I don't know how that fucking missed. Crazy. But that was like the worst fight ever. We tried to get the dragon, we didn't. We ended up killing the Leona, who has like 5 deaths, 4 deaths. But I definitely probably could have killed Viego with my Q. If I had Ignite, it would have been a little bit different. I don't mind getting Leona like at the beginning there. I don't think that was entirely bad. We got Leona's flash for it. Maybe we'll be able to punish later on for getting her flash. There, this guy kind of took my wave for no reason. Maybe I should have ran top. We ended up getting Katarina TP for her, Ziggs TP, Katarina, so. Not entirely bad. Leona's top. I go for a roam up here. I was a little late on this roam because I didn't think that this would actually be occurring. Well played by our Gangplank right there. Here I'm once again marking Katarina, but unfortunately she gets in. Then Viego's here as well. Here's where the ultimate hunter stacks kind of come in handy, is like I'm able to use my ulti again. And then it's Ziggs, they have Herald top, and so I'm just going to run mid. So try to make trades across the map. All right, they used all 5 members top, so we're going to try to get bottom and we're going to try to get mid. Maybe I should have queued when I did. But notice how whenever we're like giving up, whenever we're like making a bad play, we're trying to get things on the opposite side of the map, which is like the key on how we can, you know, make the gold not balloon out of control. And then we saw Leona over here, so I had to back up again. All right, she's kind of just everywhere, but that's just kind of like how it is. But we're just gonna use our time instead of just like sitting there or doing nothing. We're gonna use our time to kill a ward. Goodbye, Rakonda. Wait. So here we kind of want to go beast soon because we want to get our Everfrost as soon as we can. Honestly, if Leona has ulti there, I just die, so that was probably a bit of a mistake by me because I don't know if she had ulti or not. So yeah, that definitely was a mistake that didn't get punished. And here, I thought this was so good, but I guess our Echo didn't have W is what happened here. He like used it a little bit late. There, I flashed late. I just have ulti in 5, so really unfortunate plays there. I was kind of thinking it was like a good play because even though it was a 5v4, we were gonna have like a really good Echo combo with Rakan, but I guess he didn't have W, which was really unfortunate. And that was really nice by the guy. Getting that kill, getting the shutdown is really big. And so something that happened is since our Gangplank didn't have TP, he's obviously just gonna push top. He probably could have kept pushing top. I don't know why he stopped. He probably even almost could have got that tower. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. You probably don't get the tower. You probably get it really low though, but I think we're gonna try to get mid tower here, but we don't have vision on the right. Providing backup here. We don't need to go top yet. The wave is way too far. So it's really good by our Gangplank. He got a ton of money there. Our Gangplank is strong. Strong. There's the tenacity coming in. I missed Q2. And there I back up for a second, but then the TP comes in. I'm like, okay, we win. So yeah, really good plays by me. So why that was good is like First of all, I should have overlapped my Everfrost with my Charm. I just misplayed. I didn't take in mind her Unflinching and her Lecherous Tenacity. However, one thing is like I'm not caught out of position here because my Rakan's nearby. So like all these times when Katarina's going in on me is like I'm letting her go in on me. Like that time like I would root her and then she'd eat on me like if I did it properly. But like this is all things that like I'm like fine with her going in on me because even if she does like I do use my ulti, I'm trading all of her HP for it because I'm gonna like hit her. I'm not gonna just like take free damage, right? Thank you, Rakan, for letting me get to the kill with my ignite. I should hit that second part of the Q when she has her W active because the true damage is really more important than my auto. Yeah, really good plays. And I think we make good plays top lane as well. So that was really nice. Here I have like a conundrum if I want to recall or I waste my charm. I'm just giving him an E if he needs it. And here is like we could go for dragon, but it looks like we're just like playing the herald, so I just decided to go B, I think. Or I stay. Yeah, just notice how my charm lasts like no duration. He misses that, and we're good. We get his ulti, so we're kind of chilling. Yeah, range the Raptors, recall. It's okay if they get that, but I might stay. So notice like a lot of my function within this game is like I'm just getting all their cooldowns so that my Echo and like Gangplank can actually play the game. Okay, that E was a little bit crazy from Echo. I'm not gonna lie. Like going in there like that, I don't really know what the plan is. It's like I guess their plan is to kill it, but it seems really fucking sketch. I could have went for a charm on Katarina. That was a missed opportunity. I probably could have killed Katarina too. Let the team know I want to go B. Gangplank should go bottom. I'll be catching top and watching for Herald plays. Here I'm thinking about what item I want to go. It's either between Horizon Focus and Void Staff this game. Horizon Focus is not bad this game because I want to like eliminate Katarina or Ziggs. Like that's like what I want to do, or Viego. And I have two ways to proc it with my charm and well, besides just my range, but with my charm and my Everfrost. It's a pretty good combo. Um, I don't think the CDR is as important this game because either like the fights are very fast, like very rapid or whatever. So we can watch this fight. Oh my god. Alright. So, how can we break down this fight? First of all, we need to keep in mind is they have like TP's advantage over us because we don't have Ezreal TP up because he just used it mid. Second Katarina is really squishy and has a bunch of tenacity. I think my Rakan could have got here in time and comboed the cat, but he misplayed a bit. I could be wrong. I was kind of expecting him to land his combo off my charm. But yeah, he kind of missed. But maybe Katarina dies. Yeah, Katarina for sure probably dies. Cause maybe she wouldn't. I don't. Yeah, she probably wouldn't die. So, but it was just like we were outnumbered, and I wasn't taking that into account. I thought it was just a free kill. And then also my Echo used all his spells because he thought Katarina was running away, not running in. So Echo didn't. I don't think Echo had his W or his E available like when he was running in. So, kind of a bit of a misplay by Echo and I. Gangplank gets caught in the crossfire. Misplay by Rakan as well. But yeah, I shouldn't be going for plays like that when we're doing fine, and that's probably one of the hardest members to kill, Katarina. We should be looking for plays on Ziggs, or we should be looking for plays on Viego because he doesn't have flash up. Well, he just got it now. Oh, also, since we have, I think our AD damage needs to do a lot this game, I decided to go Oblivion Orb this game because they have a few sources of healing, Lee Sin, Viego, Katarina, and I'm way better at applying it than Echo. So I'm probably the best person on my team besides maybe Gangplank. Like with Morello is technically probably better, but like I don't think he should go Morello. Even then, yeah, I think I'm probably better with it. But how to I actually like applying it, not necessarily like the item itself. But that is why I buy Oblivion Orb, and then I see they're probably buying MR next. They have one Negatron Cloak, Merc Treads. Yeah, that's wow, that's crazy that I'm like thinking about that like right as I'm thinking about it in the game. Crazy how that works. It's like I'm the person that played this game. But someone's gonna be catching top wave, probably Katarina. And so once Katarina goes to catch top wave, that's when we can look for a play if our team isn't recalling. So since our team recalled, we can't really do anything. It's kind of just like, I guess one of the things I could be doing is providing support for a recon, and this is where having a sweeper would be better than having a yellow ward, because I could go and use my time to use my sweeper. But I pretty much just had to wait for Katarina to push out because we have no vision up here. Dragon's coming up soon. I think it's, yeah, 1-1, so dragons aren't really a huge deal right now. Whoever gets it really doesn't matter. I'm not pushing instantly because there's no need for me to. I can't really kill Katarina anymore because she has so much tenacity. I had to land like everything. I mean, like if she does that, like I can, but I could have lived there if I flashed, but I didn't think I'd always die. Or like I didn't think I'd actually die there. That's just crazy. I want to watch that again. Because I was really shocked in this game when I died in this situation. I haven't used my corrupting bot yet. I used it now. Doesn't matter. It's crazy. What she even hit me with? He takes the volt. E autos with Nasher's Tooth. Oh, it's Sunder. Yeah, I mean it kind of makes sense, but like notice when I'm going for these 1v1s at least it's like not like even if I die here my Echo's getting the kill. He didn't even need to flash through this, but like he's getting the kill, which is good. Like actually he probably needed to flash because he just uses E. So yeah. But it's like I'm going for this play. I'm not going for it solo because I know I can't 1v1 her. So yeah, like regardless, it's going to be like an okay play for my team, whether I die or there or not. Obviously, I shouldn't have died there. I could have played it a lot better. I could have ran Arg back towards our Echo and like let him finish it and stuff. Do I go Horizon Focus or do I go Void? I go Void, yeah. The Blighting Jewel. And Katarina's starting to build Amara as well. She realized that me and Echo or Echo and I are killing her. It's that she decided that she needs MR now as well. Good time to pick up the magic pen. We look bot. This guy's going for an assassination. And looks good. He dies to Zigzalt. And we get good timing here. Here, pushing this is maybe a bit questionable. Maybe you didn't need to. I was thinking about this in the middle of the game because my team's all running to Baron. I think we could do it, but I decided to push bot, which maybe wasn't necessary. Because like it doesn't even crash. It doesn't even do a whole lot pushing bot because they don't have like a reason to actually go catch it. They have to catch mid, but they don't actually. They're gonna lose away bot, so yeah, they're gonna lose away bot. Yeah, they lost like 12 minions a bot or something, 9 minions, and then our. I don't know why this guy TP'd to it, but yeah, he TP'd bot. Okay. We're just at the right place at the right time. We know that we have numbers advantage on the map right now, even with Echo and Gangplank showing. It's something funny happens in the chat in a second. That for sure hit me. Like, what reality is he living in where this doesn't hit him? He's complaining that this missed him. Well, let's look. It's just funny. Maybe it looked different on his screen, but that was like the most like perfect, like it hit him perfectly centered. Like I don't know. It's funny. Here I could have like tried to stay away or tried to get more CS and like kill that ward that Rakan was killing for my Void Staff. And that was probably better to keep my Doran's ring. Because then I wouldn't have a control ward then. We'll see how much value this control ward gives. But that's just something that I could think about if I wanted to be more powerful. I do only have 234 AP at like 25 minutes, so I'm not very powerful. I don't know. That was fucking weird. Nope. And that's how you win. Lee Sin's behind us. I'm backing up. He misses the Q on me. Regardless if that hits me there, he still loses this because he get Q2 to me because it just kills me. So I ended up getting Baron. So we can kind of watch how this played out and why this is fine. All right. All right. So obviously I'm going for a control ward here. If Viego comes, I'll see him because the control ward reveals him. On here, I'm just like looking for poke on the Leona. However, I miss. But then she sees me like alone without my charm, and so she just goes in on me. But like I'm like I'm doing this because my team's nearby. Like if my team wasn't nearby, you've seen me play safe many times this game, is like I would be playing safe by the tower or something. So as long as like you are like I'm okay dying here as long as my team kills them all. Like that's perfectly fine for me. One thing I do have to keep in mind is that Katarina can get resets, and so I R flash out because I don't want her to get a reset. Right? I don't even care about dying there. I just don't want her to get a reset and like kill multiple people. But probably was unnecessary in the end because we had so much CC. And then I don't know how this Ziggs gets caught. Like it literally makes no sense. And I don't know why this guy goes in too. I just charm on top of that. There's really good pings by Gangplank because I didn't see him. And this guy just sucks. He doesn't suck, okay, but he just had an unfortunate play. But yeah. So that's like this game is very like positioning 101 is like positioning where they can go in on you to make mistakes, I guess, is like the synopsis here. I think I should be pushing top here. I don't actually need to hit this. I don't really need any items though. I don't want to get rid of, like I could get rid of Corrupting Pot for finish Morello. Do I? No, I don't really want to. I determined that Corrupting Pot was actually so OP this game, so I was like, I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, like this was a good game about positioning where they can go on you, like on purpose. Like as long as your team wins the game, who cares? Like if you're not the one dealing the damage, right? And Ahri is like actually a really good champion to be like support champions, and like Ahri, because she kind of plays a little bit like a support, is like really good champions to be playing like that. As long as you have damage elsewhere. There, I misplayed a bit. Luckily, it doesn't matter. But How should I have played this? Probably should have played this slower, I think. So one of the things is like while we're doing this, we're making a play top, and we see 3 people top. So and I don't know where the other 2 people are. So when Katarina goes out at me like this, I can assume that Leona's probably nearby. That Ezreal TPs. I probably didn't need to R when I needed to, but also I don't want the Leona just to sit on top of my Ezreal when he TPs in, because they could just one-shot the Ezreal. I don't actually know how I get away from this one. It's like I'm saying before, it's like it's fine if I die as long as it's like a winning play for my team, but there definitely should be a way for me to play this better. First of all, I could not push. Oh, that's already pushing. Never mind. It's like Araka wanted to go B for his Zanyas, so that's why I lost coverage from here. I'm obviously being very safe. Like I know they can go for me. Right, and there's no way I can win the 1v1 versus Katarina because I don't have Ignite, so I don't do enough damage. But yeah, the goal is like I don't want Leona to go on my Ezreal. That would be very bad. Alright. Maybe I go for the charm on Leona before she flashes. Maybe that's the play. Because regardless, she'd E right here. She's either going to E right here or Q flash, and charming is good. Either one. But one thing I didn't want to do is I didn't want to stack on my Ezreal, because if I are this way, I'm stacking on Ezreal. She gets the reset and it like is on top of him, which is really bad. And then I also wanted to get away from the dagger as much as I could, and I knew she was going to E to the dagger like right now. My charm was just really bad, I think. I think I die regardless, but my charm should have like been placed better. Leona gets the shutdown on me, so it's even fine, but and Ezreal gets a double kill, which is really good. Ideally, maybe I just wait for my team to be more in position. Like my Ezreal could have been pushing mid and like hitting the tower essentially, and I could have just been chilling down there. I also could have like ran up. Like if I really didn't want to fight, I could have just ran with my wave and just like kept running up and then ran to mid lane. Like I could have just ran. I'm trying to use the pen. Like ran up through here and then regrouped with my Ezreal and my Rakan or something. It's like I didn't have to take that fight, so I kind of count that one as like a bit of a misplay. Like I could have, like it was fine. It turned out fine. Obviously like I wouldn't go in there if my Ezreal and TP, but it's just like, yeah. Here my team like really trolls. So here I say we should give Dragon because our jungler just died and they have Ziggs TP. So it's like we cannot fight a 5v4 without our jungler who's really strong. But then they're like still over by Dragon for some reason. And I don't really know why. Like I don't know why they're here. So here I start running to like give him a thing, but I'm like, okay, he's just dead probably. And now he flashes, which may not even be worth his flash, honestly. And here I'm a little bit scared of this area, so I don't want to have to use my ulti to get away. I'll watch bot lane. So yeah, that was really trolled by my team. We should just give Dragon. There's no reason for us to try to steal it. Like it's their third Drake, so it doesn't even matter really. One thing to note is that was Katarina's ward. So because we knew that was Katarina's ward, we have to be a little bit careful like this bush or that bush or something. Because if they get me in a stun lockdown, then I'm dead. And this time it doesn't matter like if they use everything on me because no one's within the vicinity to actually help me, alright? So notice how I'm playing differently now that like my team's not around me. Like my Rakan's close, but he's like not, like I'm just gonna die, right? My Ezreal's not there to clean up or something, right? My Gangplank TP would be too late. So notice how I play this like differently. Is like I'm ready to R if someone's in this bush, but I'm like checking with my Q. I think I checked this one. So That's like me being cautious because I know that my team won't get something if I die here, right? Whereas before is like, okay, fine, my team will just kill you all. I don't care. Here, I don't know how this happened, but apparently the Katarina got caught or something. Fire a Rakan without flash. Don't exactly know how that happened, but good job, my team. Our team is like not helping our Echo. They're just like hitting a ward. We used R. This looks winning. I probably didn't need a flash. That was actually a waste of flash. I think my team had him. Actually, I think we would eventually. I'd have to eventually flash for him. Ziggs flash for no reason. Trying to ping in and I got hit. Here this seems hard because they have Ziggs up still. Charm him. Our Echo just didn't have R up. He had it in 2 seconds. Very unfortunate. Yeah, we're just gonna try to live. Yep, and we're backing up because we've gotten TP'd on multiple times this game by like 4 people, so we're kind of like scarred from that trauma. Baron's coming up soon. So while we couldn't end the game there, I think if we played it differently, we could have ended the game there, but just how it happened, alright? I don't think I did anything necessarily incorrect, besides maybe flashing on Viego. Like, maybe if I flash on Ziggs, it's more important, so I maybe shouldn't have flashed on Viego, because if I flash on Ziggs there, he for sure dies and we win the game. So maybe it is my fault. Could have ended there. Ziggs has no flash though, so yep, timing Ziggs flash, really important. He's a good amount of damage. Here it looks like they're on it. Yep. Our Gangplank ult steals it. Here's a little trick to time Zanya's efficiently with Ahri or any other champion. Is whenever they use it, you can see these like gold particles. I learned this from Kobe from LCS. There's like these gold particles that come in at the end of the duration, and once they come in and like join together, that's when the Zanya's is ending. So you'll kind of see it here. I'll kind of play it first, and then I'll like let you see the particles, and they come together, and then it's over. So I'll play it one more time just so you can see. And then I'll also analyze this fight. Is like I'm okay going over this wall here, and even if I get like Leona flash queued, I don't even know if she has flash or not, but like if I get Leona flash queued, we just win the fight here. So I'm like fine going in. It's like the idea here is like if I get flash queued here and they use everything on me, then Azrael and Echo will just kill them all. So and then here we wait for the gold particles. Boom, perfect time. He can't flash at all, even if he doesn't have flash, but he can't. And then we're going for the end here. Now Lee doesn't have kick, charm, root, Sterix shields them all as HP, and it's a GG. Alright, so some of the things that we should like focus on if like you were watching this for a learning perspective, playing against assassins, solo killing them sometimes gives them roam timers, alright? Sometimes it doesn't, alright? But you need to try to limit the roam timers. Notice how he had like one roam timer where he roamed bot and got the double kill, but that was pretty much the extent of his roam timers. And that's how, because first of all, it's like because we have Rakan Ezreal, which is kind of hard to gank, and they have like a Ziggs, but they do have Leona, so it should be like a little bit easier. But like the thing is like, I'm keeping the wave. I'm not like spam pushing the wave in. I'm trying to keep him mid, and I'm trying to keep vision around mid and vision like in mid, right? So that I'm able to continuously um, have pressure on him. Additionally, is I'm taking Ignite this game, and against some assassins, it's pretty good because if you don't have Ignite, you can't actually pressure them, and they can kind of just kill the wave and ignore you, all right? But since I'm actually a threat to him, like later in the game, I'm not actually a threat of actually 1v1ing him. But early in the game, when I'm like level 3, when I killed him, like level 6, level 9, I'm actually a pretty good threat to him. And so he has to be respectful of his using his spells, using his cooldowns. And so something that you can keep in mind is like when you don't have ulti, he's able to just do whatever he wants and he's able to run bottom lane. He's able to run top lane, and that's how you lose the entire game. Huh. Additionally, something like this game that was really worth noting is like um, they had a lot of tenacity. So even though I went Everfrost and I only have rank 1 charm, my CCs weren't that long. However, they were really important when they did hit. Like a lot of my charms and my Everfrost be allowed my team to actually follow up and deal a good amount of damage. All right. Um, Additionally, almost every time I die, except for like that one Leona play where she flanked me with a Ziggs TP, um, and I'm trying to think of another. I think almost just that play is like every other play, my death was traded in some way for value for my team, right? And so when you're trading away value, you can afford to build like more supportive items because your rest of your team is gonna be doing more damage because they're actually getting the benefits of your trading. And so since I built Oblivion Orb and Morale this game, they were actually able to build more damage and use that gold that they had got to build more damage, right? Um, Additionally, just like whenever you're playing a little bit too aggressive, is like it's good to play aggressive and have your team follow up, but it's also when your team is not ready to follow up, is we need to be like checking bushes. We need to be a little bit more scared. All right. Huh. What other things can we look at? Just as a brief summary. Um, I mean that's pretty much it. Here in this game, there's been some hot topic discussion about where you should max W or E. Here in this game, since they just have so much tenacity with unflinching and legend tenacity, and they build merc treads too, it's like not worth it at all to max E, uh, max E second because you're getting it reduced by a lot. Um, and then Everfrost, you can argue that Leandry's actually be pretty good this game because there's a lot of sustained damage. However, you also have to keep in mind is like how the enemy wins team fights, and it's very like if they win a team fight, it's very like rapid. Like they are someone with Ziggs, Katarina gets a reset and then kills everyone like very fast, right? And so Leandre's it actually isn't like stopping that from happening. We win team fights if they go longer because that means that Katarina's not getting resets probably, right? And so if I'm able to stop their win con with Everfrost of like having more HP, slowing them down, CCing someone and killing them, it's able to stop their win con essentially, right? That's kind of my reasoning on maxing W instead of charm, and then maxing my, or then building Everfrost instead of something like Leandri's that might do more damage, right? Um, I think my wards could have been slightly better this game. Um, I like that I went and stopped the roam, like the play at the Baron pit after I solo killed Cat, but ended up giving her a roam timer that I didn't ping out correctly. I should have pinged out more correctly. Also, I think in this instance, it's probably better to actually just run bottom from base. And I did not do that. When did that happen? Right. Right here. After this recall, we know she's going bot. I could buy tier 2 boots here, or... No, I can't buy tier 2 boots. Okay. Oh yeah, wait, I bought door and drink first. Yeah, I could buy tier 2 boots here, like CTR boots, and I could just run bot here and just hide like right here. And I could give up a wave. And it's a little bit risky, but like we just got big wins on the other sides of the map. I don't know. It's really a bit of a risk. Um, but because it's like not this wave also will slow push back, so it's not even that like It's just a bit sketch. It's not like me going down there guarantees that this goes well and we kill 3. It's like, oh, I could go down here and then they could see me down there and then they could stop doing the play. Like that. That's just like what could happen, and then it would be good for them. Because we share like a tiny bit of XP and it'd be hard for me to get back mid, like I was saying, and it's slow pushing towards Cat, and then she also would have a level advantage. So it's a hard decision to make, and my Echo's not bot side, so it's kind of also hard in that regard too, even though their Viego's not bot side as well. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the VoD review. I know I enjoyed it. I love doing these things. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll try to answer every single one of them. I'll see you guys next time. I will be coming out with a mini guide montage thing, like my last other montage guide thing. So any song recommendations I'll gladly take, but I'll be looking on my own. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Peace.